St. Rose assistant coach filling in for Brian Bury all year long is Mike Perno, and he has led this team to the NCAA tournament back-to-back years now for St. Rose, and a whole bunch of trips to the NCAA tournament over their, 27-year history. But back-to-back 21 seasons. They're on the road. They're at Lemoyne College tomorrow night against St. Anselm, and Mike Perno joins us here on Big Board Sports on 104.5 Team ESPN Radio. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing?
We are fantastic, man. How about you?
Doing well. We actually got out to Syracuse yesterday, late afternoon, early evening. Got a bite to eat, and just had our pregame breakfast here, and we're going to be heading out to practice this afternoon.
Cool.
So, looking forward to getting it rolling.
Well, it's been a phenomenal season that I know for you and your team, and Coach Bury, I'm sure paying close attention to what's going on. But I guess this season shouldn't come as a huge surprise, right? I mean, you had a great year last year. You returned a lot, and you kind of picked up where you left off a year ago.
Yeah, this team is, like you said, we had it's a mature team. We have a lot of juniors and seniors back from last year's team who experienced some of the success, and going out this year and getting another 20 wins during the regular season is really a nice reward to be rewarded here at the NCAA tournament. It's a little deja vu because Lemoyne hosted last year as well, so we're in the same hotel, eating the same breakfast and things like that. So it's kind of like we haven't left. So it's all come full circle, and guys are excited to be out here.
Well, that worked out okay for you guys last year, Coach. Made it all the way to the Sweet 16 in last year's NCAA tournament. St. Rose Interim head coach Mike Perno with us here on Big Board Sports 104.5. The team 7:30 tomorrow night at Lemoyne against St. Anselm. Coach, what do you take from the regular season meeting with St. Anselm? You guys lost, and in that game, they had like a big three of sorts that scored 67 of their 79 points.
Yeah, St. Anselm's a very good team. They're obviously a team that's been in the NCAA tournament last year as well. And I'm just looking at their record here. They were 15-1 at home. So they really did a good job of protecting their home court this season. And the game we lost to them was at their gym. So I know guys are a little hungry to get a second chance at these guys, another shot. But they're a very good team. They play five basically perimeter guys. They force you to play them on the perimeter. They got a couple of guys that can really make shots. They got the player of the year in the conference. So they have a lot of weapons offensively. But for us, we just got to play, a team game, help each other defensively and really try to exploit the interior. I think, our front court, Julian Lipinski and Matt Cerruti, they do a great job when they get the ball deep. So a game plan is going to be try to get the ball inside, try to get it inside of their defense, and then defensively we just got to make sure we help each other.
This is St. Rose's 14th NCAA tournament berth. Reached the Sweet 16 last year. I know basketball, Coach Perno, is all about matchups. Is this a good matchup for you?
I think it is. We have a little bit more depth than they do. They only play about 6, maybe 7 guys, so they really can't afford to be in get in foul trouble. We're not scared to go 8, 9 deep. So I think as far as depth is concerned, I think the familiarity of having played them and having them be in our league it's a little easier on the scout, and guys know who their personnel is, so we don't have to spend a whole lot of time of figuring out what guys and certain guys do. I mean, we've seen this team play through the course of the year. Get access to every single game tape they've played. So I think we're pretty prepped and we're ready, and guys are excited. They've been basically practicing against each other for 2 weeks, and we had a lot of rest, and we got some guys healthy, and energy shouldn't be an issue. So we get the last game of the day tomorrow night. It's the 4th game and the final game of the first round. So all eyes will be on that game for sure, and I know guys are excited to go out there and play.
Coach Perno, how heavy have you leaned on the Capital Region players with this team? How big of a contribution have they made for you?
They've made a tremendous contributions. I mean, Adam Anderson, freshman out of Saratoga, really took on a very, very high role for us early in the season without Michael Ryan for a few games, and he really did a good job. He actually brought us down the stretch in some games and got some victories for us. And then Matt Cerruti's been tremendous, both offensively and defensively for us. He's got to continue to be aggressive on the offensive end, especially this weekend. I think we need a big weekend out of both of those guys. And CJ Mulvey, who doesn't really get much pub, he's actually redshirting from us. He's another local guy from the Albany Academy, played for Coach Fruscio, great coach in the Capital District, and he's been a really good practice player for us. Obviously, he can't play in games as a redshirt, but he really goes toe-to-toe with our bigs and gives them, some length and some issues in the interior. So it's always good to have, guys in the backup role that can force you to play, aggressively in practice every day.
Mike, what will be the keys to a St. Rose win tomorrow night for you?
Well, after reviewing the tape the first time we played him, a transition defense is going to be huge. I thought, and we had the lead of that game up at St. A's in the first half. In the second half, defensively, we were a little too spread out, and they were able to beat us down the floor. So I think transition defense is going to be, the key priority. And the second thing is rebounding. We have a little bit of a size advantage, so we're going to have to rebound them on the glass. And lastly, if I could, is to take away the 3-point shot because they make a ton of threes. So. If we can limit the 3-point field goals and, get back in transition and stop the basketball and protect the paint, I think we'll be in good shape.
Coach, have good practice today. We appreciate a few minutes. I know you're busy. We appreciate it, and we'll be paying close attention to St. Rose tomorrow night.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Go get it,
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.